Hello and welcome to this video. We would be applying to KAIST in this video, all the step-by-step application form fill-ups. So stay tuned. Without wasting any time, let us begin. But before that, allow me to waste a little bit of time and tell you that all the information about what KAIST is. If you click this video out of curiosity and don't know what KAIST is, you can check out my very recent video. If you check out the uploads section, and it's called Cheap Universities Worldwide. It's something like that. I've included a lot of information like the deadlines and the entries. Usually KAIST has two entries, the spring entry and the fall entry. The spring entry term starts in the February end, or usually March beginning, and the fall, as you might know, starts in September. So there's that. And this is really very easy. I'll also make a briefing video containing all the necessary information about KAIST after this video. And I'll also like to include that if you are in high school right now, you should check out my Applying to American Colleges series. I really recommend that you check out those. You can apply to some American colleges for free, and you can also study for free because they have a phenomenal financial aid available, but it is very hard to get in with financial aid. So there's that. And there are a selective number of universities which offer financial aid. So without wasting any more time, let us begin. And I should include that this channel is mostly for undergraduate applicants. I don't know much about graduate applications, so most of the videos you watch on this channel are in context to the undergraduate admissions. So let us begin. The first step you have to complete is type KAIST apply on your search engine. So like this. If you're using Google, the same results would be shown. Now scroll down and click on KAIST International Application Undergraduate. So click on the undergraduate one. There's one for graduate too. You have to click on the undergraduate one. So after clicking on that, you'll be brought to this page. I highly suggest that you read this admissions guide. It is quite helpful, and most of your small doubts would be covered in this admission guide, which is very comprehensive. So now again, all this information, spring and fall entry, early track, normal track, late track, I'll include this in the briefing video. Usually as I said, spring starts in late February and fall starts in September. So let's keep this video solely for the application filling. So let us continue. These are the deadlines. Do not worry if you have missed these deadlines. This is only for the early intake. You should really watch the briefing video. I have not uploaded it yet, but I will soon. So all the information is in that. So let us suppose that we are applying for the spring entry, so or maybe fall entry. Let's just stick to spring. So scroll down and click to go to apply. You'll see this pop up. Just click OK. Make sure your high school has finished. If you are currently in 12th grade, you should apply in the fall semester, because I think your you would not have finished your high school by February. Just check out the eligibility requirements and make sure you are completely international. If you are of Korean descent, I think there's something that your parents can't be Korean citizens, something like that. I'll include this in the briefing video. So without any further ado, let us begin. So you just have to give your consent, privacy consent, and click on application. So as you can see here, just some basic information. Type in your name, your first name, upload your picture, create a password, confirm your password, select your nationality, gender. Very simple information. I'm just filling up this randomly. This is not my real information, you should know that. And you can include your passport number right now, but eventually, even if you choose not to, eventually you'll have to upload your passport copy. That is a requirement. So make sure you have a passport. That is very much required. if you're applying to any international university, quite honestly. So now your postal address, your email, make sure this is very accurate. Read it carefully while typing again and again, because this should be accurate. Your email address, your telephone number, just a second. Yes, so your telephone number, uh, your guardian's information. Mostly your parents would be your guardian, but just your guard. I think you would know all this stuff already, so I shouldn't really. So your fields of interest, I think there's something like you choose your major in the second year, so you can click on what interests you, the subject that interests you. Let's say business and technology management. I think this is in Korean, so but just or nuclear and quantum engineering, so maybe that. And you click on save and continue. Hold up, let me just. So I uploaded demo image. This is not a real application, I'm just typing all this to guide you the best way I can. You should not copy this. I think this is just common sense. Let me just complete this stuff for a second. Oh, come on. Alright, so you say click save and continue, and then you're taking to the step 2. So this is how it works mostly. Type in your high school name. Very likely that your high school would not be in this list, this pre-added list. So if it is not in the list, just enter your high school name right here. So register, click on register, and just like that, and include your high school's address, zip code, the city it is located in, the country, and if your high school has an official website, you should really include it. It gives the admissions committee some context on your high school. So, and your graduation date, and this is very important, so read this carefully. Make sure that you enter correct information right here, because you cannot change this further. So contact your recommender and ask them if they would surely. Yes, so make sure that the information you give here is very accurate, and you have contacted the person you think would provide the recommendation letter for you. So be accurate for this. Type in all the information and type in all the schools you attended. Now if you attended the same school for most of your study period, so you'll have to first let's say you entered ABC school, so ABC for all of your life, so you'll have to type it at least 3 times, like this. And the dates, usually elementary school is till 6th grade, and middle school is, I think, 6th to 9th grade, and high school is 9th to 12th grade. You should double check this. Now KAIST highly recommends that you submit at least one of English proficiency test or the SAT test. So if you already have given an English proficiency test, you should include it here. So maybe include it here. And if you have any extracurricular activities, so include it here. Now this is a very common question. You can, let's say you started doing something in 2017, but you are still continuing it. Let's say you play a sport and you still play that sport, so it didn't end. So what should you type here, because you have to fill this up. So just include, let's say, like today is uh, November 2021, so just include the date of the day you are applying uh, in all of these if you are still continuing. So include all of your extracurricular activities, make sure they are somewhat relevant at least, and if you have some internships, work experience as in high school or maybe later, you should include that. I think this would probably make you stand out, because a lot of students tend to focus mostly on their curricular activities and do not tend to gain the industrial experience. So after this, just click save and continue. I'll click next because I'll probably have to fill up some stuff, and I really don't want to fill fake stuff. It's unproductive. So now if you can report these exams, I don't know how this is done, but I think this is pretty simple. If you have completed the SAT test, the AP test, the SAT IB or something like that, you should include it here. This is very simple. If you do not have any of these, just click this box and move on. Honors and awards law. Now most students might not have this, but uh, so you can enter an honor or award. Let's say you like you have a badge from Google. You completed an online course and they gave you a badge, let's say an artificial intelligence badge. So just type it here, AI badge. There's no rank in this, so you do not have to include this. Include the date, and there's no national, this is not in the context, so leave this like this. And issuing institute would be Google, so there's no website for it, just you can explain it right here. You do not have to fill every of this blank, so a lot of people don't know this, so don't shy up on uh, filling up the awards. If you have some honors, you should definitely showcase them. Now most of our application has been completed. This is the essay section, very important. Make sure you put in enough time for this and read the prompts. You can't find these online, some samples online like you can in the US, so you can compare your essays. You will have to make this mostly on your own and can't compare it to others. I mean, there's maybe you can find and compare, but it's really not that important. Surely it does help, but not required very much. And you have to click these boxes after you have finished. Now I think I found out from someone, I'm not sure if this is correct or if I remember correctly, but all the essays are required now, but this one was earlier not required, I think. But right now you have to write all these essays. Make sure to check in the word limit. And one suggestion I always give, this I also said this in the US application series, do not write it here. First make a Word document and start writing in that. After making so you can freely write, you don't have that pressure, and then when you are done, copy that text from the Word document and paste it here. That works better. Just some personal advice. So now moving on to next. If you are an international student, you would very much want to have free education and your living expenses covered. So for that, click on KAIST scholarship. This is, you should definitely click on this if you are an international student coming from a middle income family or a lower income family, even higher income family. I mean, there's no harm in this. They uh, they just give this scholarship to most of the international students. You should really click this, and if your income is really low, I think they even give some additional help. If you click this, you have to upload one of these documents, only one of these documents, as it is written here. The most easily available ones are the income tax returns, because your parents file these every year, so just it's up to you. Now after all of this is done, you click on your application is basically done. Also, I think it is important to click at least one that is interesting, probably just for proceeding. So yes, there's now, if you would have finished all of your application, all of this would be completed, and just click on pay now. After that, you would your application is not complete, just one part of it. So there are several more things you have to do. First of all, make sure your recommendation letter is submitted before 29th October. uh, be in constant communication with your recommender, and make sure your recommender is a teacher you really got along well with, because this is very important. Now contact your teacher who is recommending you and ask them to upload this before the deadline. There's a deadline for letter of recommendations. I think if you do not submit the letter of recommendation, your application is not considered. I think this, there may be some special cases in outstanding achievements, but usually make sure your letter of recommendation is submitted by your teacher or whoever is submitting your recommendation letter. And make sure after you pay all the money, you would be able to click on this page, doc submission, as you can see up here. So click on this page and you'll see all the required documents you need to post. So mostly you have to, if you are not of Korean descent in any way, you can skip out on 2, and there will be written that some documents are optional and some are mandatory. So in the ones that are mandatory, make sure you upload them before the deadline, because please be sure of doing that. Filling in the application form and paying the deposit fee does not complete your application. You have to fill in, submit some documents. Usually it's the passport copy, the transcript, and your the income tax return, like you selected right there, the financial resource documents, and some simple stuff like the English proficiency test report. It's very simple. You would mostly have the documents already, you just have to upload it, so I don't think I need to guide you on that. But still, if you have any doubts related to that, you can comment on this video. So I think this is done, very easy. If you would compare this to the US applications, that took 4 videos, and in this we are just done in 18 minutes, 19 minutes, around 19 minutes. So quite easy, the KAIST application, and the template is also kind of user friendly. So make sure you have applied, and I'll be uploading the briefing video soon. And if you are in high school, make sure to check out my other videos. I mostly make videos about undergraduate studies in worldwide, all of the countries, so a lot of opportunities you might be able to discover after watching those videos. Again, if you are a graduate student, I think you can invest your time in some other channel which is entirely dedicated to graduate studies, and get more out of your time. So thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, click the like button, and you can subscribe to my channel for more helpful videos on the university application process. So thank you for watching.